Good evening and welcome to Hollywood Insider. Tonight we begin an in-depth exploration of the life of Malcolm Jamal Warner, the actor whose effortless on-screen confidence as Theo Huxtable hid a very personal vulnerability. In this first installment, we'll cover 4 pivotal points that shaped his lifelong struggle with water, and by extension, much of his adult life. The near drowning at age 7 in. The summer of 1984, 7-year-old Malcolm Jamal Warner was at a local children's camp pool when a sudden, unexpected wave knocked him beneath the surface of the deep end. For what felt like an eternity, he thrashed in panic, unable to locate the surface until 2 counselors dove in and hauled him to safety. Though physically unharmed, the terror left an indelible mark. His lips went blue, his chest burned for air, and tears streamed down his face, an experience that sowed the seeds of a lifelong fear. Refusal and anxiety in early lessons. In the weeks that followed, Malcolm refused to return to the water. Simple invitations to wade in the shallow end triggered full-blown anxiety attacks, shaking hands, rapid heartbeat, and tears at the mere sight of ripples. Swim instructors who once built his confidence found him frozen at the pool's edge, unable to take even a single step into the shallow water. Hidden fear on major sets as Warner's career soared, opportunities for glossy poolside shoots and beachside promotions multiplied. Yet behind the scenes, production teams quietly rerouted him away from any real water. Green screen doubles replaced him for on-camera swims. Press junkets were scheduled indoors, and for every high-profile charity beach event, his publicists booked alternative activities on dry land. Few insiders suspected the real reason. Malcolm Jamal was terrified of getting his toes wet. Coping mechanisms and private struggles, close friends reveal that before any water-related appearance, Warner would enlist private tutors for crash course water safety drills, only to cancel at the last minute. He'd rehearse lines on dry sand instead of the set's shallow pool, and he carried a personal flotation device in his trailer should panic take over. In late-night phone calls, he confided, "I can handle the cameras, but I can't handle the water." This dual life, publicly unshakable, privately paralyzed, set the stage for the revelation that would upend his carefully curated image. Lisa Donovan first sensed something was off during a promotional shoot in 1998 when Warner refused to get near the studio pool. He arrived in full wardrobe but froze at the water's edge, eyes locked on the deep end. Crew teased him to just wade in, and he forced a laugh before apologizing and stepping back. Behind the scenes, he whispered to Lisa, "I can't do this," revealing genuine panic. A few weeks later, on the same set, producers set up a quick splash scene. Warner declined every take, opting instead for green screen stand-ins. Afterward, he joked, "I'd sink faster than a stone," but his forced smile collapsed when he thought no one was looking. Lisa realized this wasn't light-hearted self-deprecation. It was a glimpse of deep-rooted fear. Years later, watching other stars embrace their vulnerabilities, Lisa decided to speak out. She reached out for a candid interview, determined to share Warner's story with respect. Her goal: turn a hidden anxiety into a powerful message about overcoming fear. Malcolm Jamal. Warner's fear of swimming didn't stay hidden in childhood. It dictated countless professional choices, forcing his team to reroute or reimagine any water-related appearance. Green screen substitutes. Whenever scripts called for on-camera swims or pool scenes, doubles and CGI seamlessly replaced him, saving the show from awkward cuts. Indoor press junkets, beach or yacht interviews were swapped for hotel lobbies and studio sets, often with scenic backdrops slipped in during post-production. Alternative: charity events. Instead of gala beach fundraisers, his PR booked him at land-based photo ops, golf tournaments, museum galas, even desert retreats. Pre-shoot anxiety drills. Warner allegedly hired a water safety coach days before shoots, only to cancel at the last minute, preferring panic-free close-ups on solid ground. Script adjustments. Writers quietly rewrote dialogue to avoid water references, and directors staged dialogue on patios instead of pool decks. These behind the scenes. Maneuvers preserved his on-screen poise but fueled private anguish. He joked it was Hollywood magic, yet each workaround reinforced that deep down he was terrified the moment his feet left dry land. Keeping his inability to swim under wraps came at a steep personal cost. Warner and his team went to extraordinary lengths to hide the truth, turning simple workdays into logistical nightmares and inflicting private stress that few ever saw. Before any water-related shoot or appearance, he would arrange crash course sessions with a water safety coach, only to cancel at the last minute, leaving instructors bewildered and crews hastily rebooked. Production teams built elaborate green screen setups and hired body doubles for wide shots, adding days of post-production work and driving budgets upward. Script supervisors quietly edited out any reference to swimming, and dialogue was rewritten to shift scenes from pool decks to dry patios or indoor lobbies. Behind the curtain, Warner kept a personal flotation device on standby in his trailer, a silent reminder of the panic he feared would betray him on camera. Close friends recall late-night calls when he confessed, "I'm exhausted from pretending," his voice strained with frustration. He missed out on charity beach fundraisers he genuinely supported, declining invites that branded him unwilling rather than vulnerable. Each workaround preserved his on-screen poise and sold the illusion of effortless confidence, but the weight of secrecy grew heavier with every dodged swim lesson and every CGI-enhanced splash. Even the most carefully managed career leaves cracks, and for Malcolm Jamal Warner, those cracks appeared whenever water was nearby. Though public appearances kept his fear hidden, a handful of candid moments captured the tension he fought so hard to conceal. In a 2015 poolside Q&A, a young fan's innocent question, "Can you swim?" prompted Warner's trademark grin, and a self-deprecating quip, "I'm more of a sandcastle architect." But his averted gaze and stiff posture spoke volumes. During a leaked behind-the-scenes vlog for a major streaming series, the camera caught him stepping away from a perfectly choreographed beach shot, whispering urgently, "Let's just do the close-ups," before retreating to solid ground. And, in a blurry smartphone video from a luxury yacht event, he gripped the railing so tightly his knuckles turned white, admitting off-camera in a hushed tone, "I shouldn't have come out here." Staged avoidance. Producers repeatedly reset shots to exclude him from wide-angle water scenes, suggesting a technical glitch whenever he wasn't visible. Off-camera confessions. Crew members recall him confiding that every splash of the waves felt like a reminder of childhood trauma, making him physically recoil. Emotional toll. Despite his composed facade on camera, friends say he would spend nights replaying the day's footage, haunted by his own voice cracking when forced to joke about water. These unseen glimpses go beyond simple celebrity anecdotes. They reveal a man torn between the demands of his profession and the grip of a fear that no amount of fame or fortune could wash away. When Lisa Donovan's revelation went public, Warner's camp moved quickly to contain the fallout. His publicist issued a carefully worded statement acknowledging the confession, but steering the narrative toward personal growth and resilience. Yet Malcolm himself remained silent, leaving fans to read between the lines. Warner's official response, released via his spokesperson, read, "Mr. Warner appreciates Lisa Donovan's willingness to speak honestly. He hopes that sharing this story will encourage others to confront their fears and seek help when needed." Behind that polished phrasing, however, lies a more complex reality. Silence speaks volumes. Warner has not appeared on any talk shows, or given interviews since the confession. His absence from the spotlight fueled questions. Is he processing the shame, or is he planning a bigger reveal? Family's quiet support. Close friends report that his wife and daughter have rallied around him in private, offering encouragement and reminding him that vulnerability can be a source of strength, not weakness. Industry reactions. Casting agents quietly reevaluated projects with water scenes, debating whether to adjust scripts or wait for Warner to address his fear publicly. For the first time, Warner faced a public conversation he hadn't scripted, a dialogue about his own limits rather than his on-screen roles. As he weighs his next move, the world watches. Will he step forward and embrace this moment of vulnerability, or will he continue to let the silence shape his story? Malcolm Jamal Warner now faces a defining choice. Embrace this moment of vulnerability or let it slip into silence. His next steps could reshape his legacy and spark important conversations about fear and authenticity. Film a swimming lesson. Share real-time progress, wins and struggles, to inspire others with similar anxieties. Grant an exclusive interview. Open up about the origins of his fear and how he's working to overcome it. Partner with charities. Collaborate with water safety or mental health organizations to turn his story into a force for good. Stay off camera. Opt for roles away from water and let the mystery remain, preserving his private peace. What do you think Warner should do? Comment below, like if you believe in facing fears, and subscribe to follow his journey, because every step forward counts.